Just like we thought, Bryce Underwood has been named the starting quarterback at the University of Michigan. Let's talk about what that means for Michigan, what that means for Bryce Underwood, and whether or not what he has said in the past may actually prove to be correct. What's up, kinfolk? It's RJ Young. I am not on a step mill. If this is your first time watching Adapt and Respond, thank you for joining us here. We talk college football. We talk football year round. If you're into that, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like this video, and answer the question in the comments below. What do you think Michigan's record will be with Bryce Underwood as its starting quarterback in 2025? If you are the kind of person that believes that a true freshman can lead a Power 4 team to a national championship in year one and go undefeated, congratulations. You've seen Trevor Lawrence and Clemson's tapes. I would say, if you're a Michigan fan, I'd be eating all of that up. Everything that you've seen about 2018 Clemson, I would be injecting into what you expect 2025 Michigan to be, built on its defense and its defensive prowess, and then throwing the ball enough for everyone to know you're capable of throwing it deep and as often as you need to, while also depending on your running game and an absolute wrecking ball of a front four. Like, this is the part of the Bryce Underwood story that I'm most interested in. Yes, we could talk about what he doesn't have at wide receiver. Donovan McCulley might actually turn out to be a dude, right? We'll see. The same thing is true of Jordan Marshall. We know about Justice Haynes. We know he can do. We know that he can be a 1,000-yard back for you. But in as far as 3,000-yard passers are gone, they don't really need them at Michigan. They haven't actually been that good at Michigan. As a matter of fact, J.J. McCarthy played 15 games starting quarterback at the University of Michigan and didn't need to throw for 3,000 yards for them to win the national championship. He simply needed to be good at making plays out of structure, play breaks down in the open field, and being great in play action. And he was, because he's got a rifle for an arm, and he's tremendously quick. And I think he's going to be really great for Kevin O'Connell and that Minnesota Vikings team. If Bryce Underwood can do the same thing, right, with Chip Lindsey at offensive coordinator, it's going to be fine. And Chip Lindsey has a track record of showing, hey, you give me a 6'5", 230-pound quarterback, I know what to do with him. Take a look at Drake May and what he was able to do at North Carolina. Take that, lay it over the top of Bryce Underwood, and perhaps he is correct. People have seen freshmen, but I feel like ain't nobody seen a freshman like me, which is the kind of energy and confidence that I would expect from any football player, honestly. Like, this is taken way out of context in as far as what I think about Bryce Underwood. What I think about Bryce Underwood is yet to be seen. He's going to play against New Mexico State, and he's going to play basically against a reskinned Idaho Vandals team, and we'll see what that looks like. Like, with Jason Beck, maybe he got something on there. Who knows, right? Goodness me. Jason Eck, not Jason Beck. Jason Beck is at Utah. Anyway, Jason Eck comes down from Idaho after nearly vandalizing the Oregon Ducks, where he's done nothing but win, and try to take over a program that really needs to find an identity and really has been robbed of itself the last couple of years, being outpriced by folks. Now they're taking a money game where they might be able to put money in the bag. We'll see, right? Last year, Michigan didn't come out the gates that well. I mean, we're talking about, yeah, you look bad against Texas, but you didn't look awesome, right? I mean, you look terrible. And then Fresno State game, you win that, but you take their quarterback. Okay, fine. And then the Arkansas State game, we're going, what? And then the USC game, we're going, how? Didn't matter, right? They won 8 games. They beat Alabama, and they beat Ohio State. Now, they lost some of that defense, particularly up front with Kenneth Grant and Mason Graham, as people know, but Derek Moore's right there, right? You get that. I get that. Rod Moore comes back. All of a sudden, they got themselves top to bottom pretty damn good defense once again, and Wink Martindale knows exactly what to do with that scheme that they run. We know who Sharon Moore is. He's Mr. Smash. He's Mr. Hulk. He's Mr. I don't say bet. I just walk around telling everybody smash. That's what I keep saying. That's what he wants the offensive line to do. That's what he wants his run game to do. And that's how Michigan plays football. That is their program identity. They are going to run the football, run the football, run the football. And when they can get an opportunity to take a shot down the field, they're going to do that too. I think where Bryce Underwood can help them is, once again, just being J.J. McCarthy. If he can level up Trevor Lawrence, it's great too. Trevor Lawrence is great out of structure, and Trevor Lawrence made all the right reads when it was time to make them, through just 4 interceptions against 30 TDs in that 2018 season, 3,200 yards. He was really, really good at not just taking care of the football, but being productive when it was time for him to be productive, and he let the defense do what it needed to do by staying on time and keeping the chains moving. That's all you're going to ask Bryce Underwood to do against New Mexico, and then you go on the road against Oklahoma. I know that Michigan fans believe that's a winnable football game for them. Cool, bet. Pun intended. Oklahoma fans feel like that's a winnable football game for them too, which means that you're probably going to match up well. I can't wait to see what that line looks like. But knowing what Brent Venables has done as a defensive coordinator, and he's just as talented defensively as Michigan is, I expect Bryce Underwood to be asking questions of his offensive coordinator about what he sees. Because one of the things that goes unseen about Brent Venables' defense is just how good they are post-snap. You get one picture, and then it changes dramatically, and all of a sudden, those 2.5 seconds are up, and the rush gets to you. If Bryce Underwood proves capable of evading that rush, of beating front sevens out of structure, outside the pocket, then he will be doing what we expected him to do when he got to Michigan. Remember, he comes out of Belleville, and he was committed to LSU, and then Michigan showed up with a bag. $3 million annually is the reported number. He flips to Michigan, number one quarterback, number one prospect 2025 class, but also he won 38 straight games and threw for a ton of yards. For him, it's as close as we're going to get to really having the best quarterback that has ever been at Michigan recruited. That's it. He's the best. If this dude is what we think he's going to be, Michigan's going to be good. It's why we ranked him in the top 15. It's why I ranked him in the top 15. I won't speak for anybody else. I expected him to get this job. And again, they're getting a little bit ahead with the reports, but that's what reporters do. We get information, we share it. And he's going to be formally announced, we're sure, later this week, if not Monday, right? It also is the energy that they have been given the whole time. Like, this has not been a secret. It's not been needed to be a secret. But you also know they have experience on experience behind him, right? Mikey Keene, Jake Garcia. These are dudes that have played FBS football at a high level, I might add, and been pretty productive in the process. Mikey Keene, you got another guy that can make plays out of structure. Someone that Chip Lindsey knows the offense and can learn it at that level. And that's also what you want. Somebody that can teach Bryce Underwood, when you see this route, perhaps cut it. Or this route is designed to just be running off the safety. You're never supposed to throw this route. It's one of my favorite stories to tell about learning to play quarterback. Dagger concept is being run at a high school practice that I attended. Dagger concept is we got the inside receiver who's running a go ball, and we got the outside receiver who's running a deep end, right? You're not going to throw the go ball. The whole point is to take the safety so you get that pocket of space open and you get your receiver to get separation against his cornerback. You complete the pass over the middle for, 15-yard gain. I had a quarterback that just did not throw the deep end. He kept throwing the go ball, to which coach would come back and say, "Son, this is Dagger." And he's going, "Yeah, coach, but I can make that throw." He told him, "Sit down. Sit down," because you're not running the offense at that point. Run the offense. Understand that it's not one play. It is plays building on plays, building on plays. You're not doing this one play. You're doing a whole bunch of plays. And we need to be able to come back and call back to these. Because there might be a time when you throw that go ball. I don't know what it is. But I guarantee you that we're trying to get a look that we can hit this with so we can get a look later that we can score with. That's not a scoring play. It's a deep end. It's not a all go. Although when we play NCAA, that's what we are. I still call it NCAA because I'm old. When we play EA Sports College Football 26, that's what we do because we know we can hit that play, or the computer be cheating. Or you just got a defender that just knows what you're going to try to do because he knows the tendencies. Bryce Underwood doesn't have any of those right now. And that is going to work to his advantage. He's going to put some on film against New Mexico, and then that's going to be what it is. I can't wait to see what it is he does put on film against New Mexico, and I want him to be great. Yeah, just full stop. I want him to be great. And if he's the best freshman that we've ever seen, damn, that's going to be one hell of a 2025 for all of us.